So let's understand, how do we decide which stress is good and which stress is bad? So this is a bell curve, right? If we have no pressure or a minimum level of stress, for example, when we have something to do in the day, you will see that the way you get up in the morning, there is a reason to get up. And that is why people say, if you're feeling depressed and all that, find a purpose for your life. If you're feeling useless, okay, I'm retired now, I don't know what else to do now, nobody needs me, find a purpose in your life, because that purpose will bring with it a little stress, because you have to do something for that, even if you join a painting class, for example. But then that level of stress, technically that's also stress, but that is good for you to get out from your inactive stage or laid back stage to the optimum functioning stage. So too little stress. Now imagine people who go to office, and I think Amit will relate to it the maximum, because in IT companies they have something like on the bench, right? Oh God, or some people who just do testing kind of job, right? Now they have this underload problem. They don't know what to do. They have to log in, and sometimes in the offline era they have to be sitting in their office, and then they didn't have enough work to do. So some smart cookies learned some good things to do and got some extra certifications and all that, but a lot of them actually felt totally out of place, and because of underwork they started having different kind of stress bothering them, and that is this. Then there is an optimum level of stress. Now when we all have something to do in life, it actually puts that spring on our feet, and we are happy doing something. That is this optimum stress. We need that stress. Oh, I have to do this project, I have to do this webinar today. You think I had no stress? No, I had a little stress, but I was kind of able to enjoy that stress, and that stress was good. If I did not have a timeline, then I would probably never end up telling by myself when I want to do this webinar. But because we have decided it will happen on Wednesday at 11 o'clock, that caused a bit of stress, but then that was a good stress. But then what happens? If I go on scheduling such things in my life and don't take a break that I need to go into this green, part, sometimes a laid back, just relax kind of thing in between, then this optimum stress level will be same that is coming to me, but then my ability to cope with that level of stress is going down. So I reach a stage what is called as fatigue. Now, if I'm smart and I know when I reach fatigue and how much is it that my body is able to take, we all have different levels, different level of stamina that we have. We have to identify our own and make sure, suppose every 3 months, I seem to reach this state somehow. Then make sure at the end of 2 months, you visit a spa once, or do something, have a get together with your friends once, take one day extra off once, just go to a movie once, or whatever helps you relax, so that you don't hit the fatigue and you can retain yourself in this phase. Now many of us say, but I don't have the time, I don't have the time, my next project is there, my timeline is coming, blah blah blah. We keep saying that. Then what happens? This fatigue converts into exhaustion. And we all have realized a time in our life when we have felt exhausted. We get up in the morning after 8 or 10 hours of sleep, but even then we are feeling exhausted. We just cannot take. Or many of us have felt we have reached this level of exhaustion when we are busy doing some and delivering something, and after that we need 2-3 days, as we especially age, I think we need 2-3 days of recovery time. Not just one day is kind of not enough, right? Now this is the stage of exhaustion. This is overload. Already your body is telling you, careful, warning. But if we don't hear our body signals even now, then you hit this red and the last stage, which is like your burnout phase, where you have exceeded the stress that your body can handle. And this is when people get hit with anxiety attacks, panic attacks, anger issues. Constantly you're angry and you don't even know why I'm angry, but you're in an angry mood. Anything can trigger you, right? That is what happens. And ultimately there could be a condition which is called nervous breakdown. That's like, very difficult to really come back from here to imagine we have to be in the second phase. From fourth phase to come to second is a very difficult thing. If we understand this and if we can maintain ourselves second, or at least as soon as we move to the third, make sure you are acting and not delaying this.